Welcome to the Working Mom Rebellion podcast, where rage, rest, and rise all exist in the same breath. I'm your host, Alexis Starks. I'm a mom of two, a leader, builder, boundary setter, and unapologetically ambitious woman. This is the podcast for working moms who are done shrinking, done apologizing, and done pretending that we don't carry the weight of it all. Here we talk about the messy, powerful truth of building a career with babies, toddlers, and sometimes kids in the next room. This is real talk, real strategy, and real rebellion. Let's burn the old blueprint and build something better together. You shouldn't have to break to be believed. You shouldn't have to collapse to be taken seriously. And yet, working moms are applauded for doing the impossible, as long as we never ask for less. We are praised when we stretch thin, when we power through, when we show up tired, sick, postpartum, grieving, but never say no. This is not strength. This is not empowerment. This is exploitation. And today, we're done pretending that burnout is normal. This episode is your permission slip to rest, to say no, and to stop glorifying the grind. Welcome to this episode of the Working Mom Rebellion. Let's talk about why burnout is not your fault and how to get off the hamster wheel without burning your life down. I remember coming back from my second maternity leave thinking that I would ease right in. I'd catch up on emails, I'd reconnect with my team, I'd ease right into the flow again and pick things all back up. But instead, I remember having back-to-back meetings in my first week. Back-to-back meetings, catching up with people, how you doing, what's going on with this project, what's new with this. I remember my baby girl only wanted to contact nap. So I would be rocking her in my arms, doing the mom sway while moderating a meeting on Zoom. Or in between when I actually was able to put her down or my husband could contact nap with her, I remember I'd be pumping and have the camera on from my neck up, trying to make sure no one would hear the sound of the pump while I'd be talking. I'd have my camera on, I'd have a forced smile, but my brain was foggy. And meanwhile, my shirt was probably damp from either breast milk from pumping or from spit up. My back hurt, I hadn't eaten. God knows I definitely was never drinking enough water. But you know what I got? Praise. I got the "you're amazing. I can't believe how fast you bounced back. Oh my God, you're a total rock star." But all I felt was rage and shame and deep, deep exhaustion. Because the only reason I was being celebrated was because I was sacrificing myself quietly. And in that moment, I knew that we have been trained to overfunction in systems that never considered us. We have been conditioned to see exhaustion as a sign of commitment, when really it's a sign of chronic neglect of our own needs. Because here's the truth: burnout is not a badge of honor. It's a red flag from a system that was never built for working moms. And here's the worst part: high achieving moms are often the most burnt out because we're the least likely to ask for any help and the most likely to be rewarded for pushing ourselves past our limits. Let's break this down. Why does overfunctioning feel safer? If we think we say yes to everything, we'll be safe, we'll be protected, we'll be secure, we'll be irreplaceable at work, as if we bounced right back, we could take everything on with no problem, as if we're not also growing and raising and feeding babies at the same time. But what we're actually doing is teaching people that we'll carry more for free, for praise, or for crumbs of validation. Overfunctioning becomes expected, not appreciated. And when we do crash, when we're told to take care of ourselves while the work continues without us, burnout becomes invisible and disposable. 2, the corporate performance trap. Corporate culture rewards sacrifice, not sustainability. It does not reward you building a sustainable, functional role and work. It rewards your sacrifice. When you say, "I'll handle it," when you show up early, when you stay late, when you never ask for flex time, and you're labeled dedicated, committed. But meanwhile, the guy who takes lunch or logs off at 5 p.m. and delegates, he still gets effing promoted. Why? Because moms get normalized as support roles, not as strategic ones. You're the dependable one. You're the fixer, the one who never drops the ball, even if it's at the expense of your own mental health. That's not leadership. That's learned martyrdom right there. Burnout is a leadership crisis. So let's be clear. Burnout doesn't just hurt you. It affects your clarity, your creativity, and your confidence. When you're burnt out, you don't take risks. You don't innovate. You shrink. You focus on survival mode. It is survival mode. And if we're going to shift what leadership looks like for all working moms, we need to stop leading from exhaustion and start leading from alignment. This is so important. And this is part of what I teach. And my whole purpose, what I do is to teach working moms the leadership skills that they inherently have from being a mom, like resilience and empathy and crisis management and negotiation, all of these things, and translate them into your leadership capabilities, how you be a leader and be more seen and more confident and more powerful at work. I teach that to get more working moms into leadership and executive positions so that we can change the system from the inside out. Okay, so let's reframe this. Let's rewrite this. First of all, rest is not laziness. It's leadership. It's strategy. Rested leaders make better decisions, period. Saying no is a power move. It's not failure. It's not a weakness. It's a filter that keeps you aligned with your real goals. When you can say no and set a boundary, whether it's, I can't take this on right now, or this will have to wait until tomorrow morning because it's 5 p.m. and I have to pick up my kids, or I just can't do this right now. Please go ask so and so. It's actually part of their function, part of their job. They can take this on. Saying no is a power move. Setting boundaries is a power move. And lastly, you are not a machine. Your worth is not based on how many things you can carry without breaking. So let's make some new rules. Say, I can't take that on right now. That's a complete sentence. Or I need time is not negotiable. We don't negotiate when you need more time to do something. And I don't owe anyone my burnout. It is okay to say no. It is okay to say I need more time. And it is okay to say that you can't take these things on right now. It's okay to have non-negotiables. And this last one, say it with me. My energy is my equity, and I protect it like gold. Because it is gold. Your energy is what fuels your leadership, your creativity, your ability to show up for your family, your clients, your team, and yourself. You have so much that you do all in one single day. Your energy is your most valuable asset. You have to protect it. You cannot let everyone run all over you. And this is part of your growth. This is part of your maturing. This is part of your leadership skills that you develop, is setting those boundaries and learning to say no and learning how to protect your energy. So here's your challenge this week. Drop one thing, or delay one thing, or delegate one thing. Get one thing off of your plate, essentially. And ask yourself, what am I doing out of obligation that's draining me? And what would it look like to release it? You do not have to earn your right to rest. You already deserve it. So you can be powerful and well. You can be ambitious and rested. You can be a leader without being a martyr and sacrificing yourself. This is the Working Mom Rebellion. We're not burning out quietly. We're building better together. That's it for this episode of the Working Mom Rebellion. If it hit home, please share it with another working mom who needs to know that she's not alone. And if you're ready for real support, for power strategy hours, for digital workbooks, and a truth that doesn't sugarcoat it, click the link in the show notes for more. Until next time, rage, rest, and rise. You don't have to do it all, just what matters.